Hello everyone, welcome to the first episode in our new series on mastering the UiPath AI Center. In this episode, we will understand what is AI Center and how does it work. Before getting into the topic, it is important to understand the basics of AI and ML. So I've already made a video of what is AI and then what is ML, the complete category. I've made a video, so you can just go through my channel and then you will be able to find a video called Master Basics of Generative AI in 10 minutes. So here I explained AI in detail with simple examples. So you can it will be very useful to understand what is artificial intelligence and machine learning. So please, I would suggest you to go through this video first, so that like you'll understand the basics of AI and ML, and then we can continue with AI Center. So what is AI Center? UiPath AI Center is a service that enables you to deploy, manage, and continuously improve your machine learning models. So these models can be consumed within our RPA workflows. What does that mean? So, for example, if you want to involve artificial intelligence or machine learning models in UiPath, so you need to deploy your models in some service, right? In some centralized location, right? So that centralized location is nothing but AI Center. So you create your machine learning model, or you can use an existing out-of-box model that is available in AI Center. You can use that, and then you can deploy your model there. And then using a package, you'll install a package in UiPath Studio, and then using within that package you'll have a certain number of activities to interact with the model that you deployed in the AI Center. So with that activities you'll be able to interact with your model, so that these communication will be created as a service called as AI Center. Hope I was clear. So if you see here in AI Center, this is the life cycle of AI Center. So in AI Center you'll be choosing a model. For example, if you want to create a model for movie feedback, to check the movie feedback, so you have to use a model, right? So you can choose that model in AI Center, and then you can deploy that in UiPath Center. You'll be able to do all these. So from that you'll install a package in Studio, and then there will be an activity called ML skill. So you drag that activity from the package to in UiPath Studio, and then within using this ML skill you'll be able to communicate with your model that has been deployed in UI Center. And then when you give something, it will give the result based on the model, based on the test and training of that model. It will give. For example, you give a text, as I mentioned in movie feedback classifier, you give a certain text. You will ask the model that whether if it is positive or negative using this ML skill activity. So that's how AI Center works. And in all the cases, it might not work. So, for example, if the text is completely different on what you trained, so in that cases, human intervention is needed, right? So at that time, it will just throw an action item using Action Center, and human can quickly validate and then give his feedback, actual feedback, and then based on that, the model will be retrained again. So this is the complete life cycle of AI Center. Let's take an example of movie feedback classifier. So what do we have to do? So we have to first get the movie reviews. We can get them from IMDb. So from that, we have to go through each movie review and then see if it is positive or negative. So assume this as your use case. So in general, with UiPath Studio, you'll not be able to classify that because we don't have any artificial intelligence or machine learning models that are by default available in UiPath Studio. As of now, those are not available. So we need a and ML, right? So where do we create the model and then how do we deploy that? So that's where AI Center comes into picture. So firstly, we need a AI model called text classifier. So based on text, it has to check the model has to check if it is positive or negative, and then it has to reply us that this is the positive review or this is a negative review, right? So what do we do? Firstly, we go to AI Center. I'll be showing you in the next episode like how AI Center looks and then what are the dashboard elements. But for now, assume that AI Center is a centralized location where your ML models will be situated. Assume like that. So in UiPath AI Center, we will be deploying a model called text analysis or text classifier. So in AI Center, we'll be deploying that, and then we install a package in Studio, and then under that we'll find ML skill, and then for this model, you'll connect to this model. We'll select this deployed model in ML skill, and then we'll extract the information from IMDb, the movie reviews, and then we pass each review to this ML skill. From that, it will be connecting to UiPath AI Center. It will give you the result. UiPath AI Center will give you the result to ML skill that this review is positive or negative, and then that from there we can continue with the next review. If it was not, we'll have confidence levels. If you have gone through my AML videos, you will get to know what is confidence. So confidence is nothing but the confident level of that model on telling what is the review, if it is positive or negative, like how confident the model is. So that percentage is called confidence level. So in general, for AML models, if the confidence level is more than 0.8, then the model is good. So we use a check if the level is less than 8, 0.8 or less than 0.75, we'll send that item to humans so that like human will do that classification. In the next one, the model will further improve. So that's how AI Center works.